dirt? Is he eating dirt in that pastime?
He's eating the dirt when he's trying to.
In any case, what is the message of that pastime?
The message is that Shachimatadev defeats this Mayavad philosophy that this dirt and food is the same, because she explains, for example, she can use a clay pot to carry water, but if she will just use dirt, then this water will just spill everywhere, so it's not actually the same.
I think here, sort of putting together two different aspects. One was eating dirt, and the other was sitting in a dirty place. Right? Yes, one bit. Right.
Another aspect of that Leela is that before that Leela, the parents stopped Lord Chaitanya from going to school. Because they were afraid, just like his elder brother took sannyas, if he continues studying, he will also become detached. So they kept him home. Then his pastime happens that he sits on the pile of used clay pots. And then when Sachidevi explains, then Lord Chaitanya says, but see, I don't know anything, you're not sending me to school. So what can I do? What can I say, you know? So then after that, they send it back to school.
So he tricked them. What else? What else? As I remember, it was the Brahmin itself who would cook. Sachimata and Jagannath Mishra would prepare everything for him. And then the Brahmin himself would cook. And the third time he was persuaded by Vishvarupa, because Vishvarupa appeared to him as this incredibly attractive young woman. And that just melted his heart. Yes, okay, I'll do it. And the third time, milk time, he's cooking his food. So now I want to jump from his childhood to his last, well, we can say his last years or his last days. Mahaprabhu, as you know, he takes sannyas at age 24, he goes to Puri on the order of his mother. He doesn't actually stay in Puri initially, he goes south of India for 2 years, traveling south and then west. He eventually comes back to Puri. He eventually goes to Vrindavan, but for a short time, altogether 3 days. And then he's in Puri for the last 8 18 years is when he, in a sense, withdraws and enters into his internal purpose for which he comes, which is explained by Krishna Das in the beginning of Chaitanya Charitamrita. Shira Maya Pranayama Kitisho Vanayama Vasvadhyayama Kitisho Vanayama Sokyam Shasya Yatan Vata Kitisham Dekido. He has three reasons he wants to relish the glories of Radha's love for him, his feelings of her love. And this is what he's doing at the end of his life. And it's explained in the beginning of chapter 19 of Antilina. Maharaj would send every year to console his mother. So he has promised his mother to stay in Puri. He had taken sannyas in a kind of impulsive way, so that when the devotees arranged for Sachimata to meet, now his name is Krishna Chaitanya, in Shantipur, the house of the Vaidacharya, Lord Chaitanya kind of apologizes to his mother and says, "I'm sorry, I didn't know what I was doing. But now I've taken sannyas, what can I do?" Okay, what you can do is you can go and stay in Puri, because then there will be some back and forth going. I will at least hear news from you. So Lord Chaitanya would send Jagadananda Pandit, with whom he had a very special and unique relationship, to Mother Sachi. And he says, Nadia Chalama Hari Kahira Namaskar Amar Nami Hari Vatama. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told Jagadananda, "Go to Nadia and offer my obeisance to my mother. Touch her lotus feet in my name. Tell her for me, please remember that I come here every day and offer my respects to your lotus feet. Any day you desire to meet me, I certainly come and accept what you offer. I have given up service to you and have accepted the vow of sannyas. I have thus become mad and have destroyed the principles of religion." I come to establish the rules, religious principles. And here, Lord Chaitanya says, actually, I just spoiled the principles of the faith. Baula Anya says, Baula Anya Ani Paibun Dharma Namash. I became a Baul. According to Bhaktivinoda Thakur, the Bauls are one of the Apasamra non-Sampradaya. And then he says, "Mother, please do not take this as an offense, for I, your son, am completely dependent on you." And then he just confirms that he is staying in Puri, so she doesn't have to worry. And then Krishnadas reports to us that a Vaidacharya has a message for Lord Chaitanya, which he gives to Dham Mayapur. Charaja Prabhini Kacharna Bhavan Aditore Prabhumantra Rujan Ego Chaitanya Advaita Charna literally sonnet. In equivocal language, with an Indian word that Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu could understand, but others could not. A sonnet is a very particular English form of a poem. Famously, Shakespeare wrote sonnets. I think they have 14 lines in a certain meter. And so, okay, what is he saying in this message? Baula ke kahiha, loka hoiba baula, baula ke kahiha, hate nanakai chaula. Please inform Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is acting like a madman, baula, that everyone here has become mad like him. Inform him also that in the marketplace, rice is no longer in demand. Hate in the market, non-bikai chawla. There is not the selling of further, tell them that those now mad in ecstatic love are no longer interested in the material world. Also, tell Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu that one who has also become a madman in ecstasy has spoken these words. So this is the message where Advaita who had invited Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to appear, he had called loudly for the Lord to appear as he worshipped the Lord in Chalakam. Now, Advaita having called, is sending a message. Okay, you've done your service. Thank you very much. Now you can go. By this time, Advaita was quite elderly, because he was already 50 or 52 years old when Lord Chaitanya appeared. So now he must be in his 80s or 90s. So then, Jagannath comes back to Puri and he reports this message to Mahaprabhu. After hearing the equivalent sonnets by Advaita Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, that is his book. Although he knew the secret, Sharup Damodar Swami inquired from the Lord, what is the meaning of this sonnet? I cannot understand it. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu replied, Advaita is a great worshipper of the Lord and is very expert in the negative principles in joining the Vedic literature. Advaita invites the Lord to come and be worshipped, and to perform the worship he keeps the deity for some time. After the worship is completed, he sends the deity somewhere else. I do not know the meaning of this sonnet, nor do I know what it is, what is in Advaita Charya's mind. He does know, but he's not saying. Advaitacharya is a great mystic. No one can understand him. He is expert in writing sonnets that even I myself cannot understand. And then, of course, we understand he's saying this now. Actually, you can do it. So the rest of this chapter describes how the Lord becomes more and more mad, transcendental mad. And this is the 19th chapter of Antilila. And the final chapter of Antilila, you might expect that it might describe the disappearance of Lord Chaitanya, because that's anticipated in chapter 19. But no. What do we get in chapter 20? We get the Shikshashtaka prayer. This is the final chapter of, I think, 62 chapters of Chaitanya Charitamrita. And what Krishna is doing in this chapter is describing Mahaprabhu's mood as he is remembering his own instructions. Because this becomes known as the Shikshashtaka, the 8 verses of Shiksha instruction. And there's something very interesting about his recitation of the first of these instructions. You all know this. I'm sure Cheto Dharma Martina, Pavanamada Avnidya Shreya Ayurvachitna Vidya Vajojivana Anandam Vadivardanam Pratibadam Purnam Vidasvadanam Sarvatnam Saranam Paramachyate Shri Krishna Samandiryanam. The translation here is, let there be all victory for the chanting of Lord Krishna, which can cleanse the mirror of the heart and stop the miseries of the blazing fire of material existence. That chanting is waxing and spreads the white place for all living entities. It is the life and soul of all education, vidya, guru, jivan, bhakti means life. More specifically, it means newly wed life. That it means newly wedded wife, and the newly wedded wife is especially sweet. So the Vidya Vadhu is this especially sweet wife, of which the Sri Krishna Sankirtanam is the jivan, is the life. The chanting of the holy name of Krishna expands the blissful ocean of transcendental life, Anandam Vivardhanam. It gives a cooling effect to everyone, Pratipadam Purnam Vitasvanam, and enables everyone to taste the full nectar that is there. Purna Amrita Asvanam, Pratipadam. At every step. Sarvatma Snapanam is literally a bath for all souls. So, Hari Parshada gave lectures on the Shikshashtaka, and I only got to, I think, number 12 before I was traveling busy. And I think he was still discussing this first, after 12 lectures, he was discussing the first 6 swastika. And he raises an interesting question. He says, why is it that Lord Chaitanya, who was speaking to Swarup Damodar and Ramananda Roy, who are his really very most intimate associates with whom he is, or to whom he's completely opening his heart, with whom he's sharing his feelings, especially his feelings of viraha, separation from the Lord, and is stimulated by them, by their quoting various verses from various texts, especially the Bhagavatam. Why is it that he is telling them this? This seems to be sort of, this is a kind of, Vaidhi Sadhanapati teaching. And Maharaj explains that Mahaprabhu is very much, as he's reciting all these verses, in the mood of Srimati Radharani. And in the mood of Srimati Radharani, he is feeling Radharani is feeling passion for the common stuff. And in that feeling of Radharani, he is reciting this verse. But then it's going on to say that Krishna has come back after explaining the Krishna Bengal. He says, Uttila Vishada Nainya Hare Apana Shloka Jahar Artha Shuni Shabhagaya Dukta lamentation and humility awakened within Sri Chaitanya, and he began reciting another of its own verses. And then it goes on to Nanama Kari Bhavata Nijakarva Shakti Rathartika Nanamari Smarane Nipada Etatashi Prabhupada Durdaevam Ibijam My Lord, O Supreme Personality of Godhead, in your holy name there is all good fortune for the living entity, and therefore you have many names, such as Krishna and Govinda, by which you expand yourself. You have invested all your potencies in those names, and there are no hard and fast rules for remembering. My dear Lord, although you bestow such mercy upon the fallen conditioned souls by liberally teaching the holy names, I am so unfortunate that I commit offenses while chanting the holy name, and therefore I do not achieve attachment or chanting. So Krishna says, Uttila Vishada Dainya. He was feeling Vishada, feeling of lamentation, and Dainya means humility. And as I remember several times, this mood of Dainya comes up, this feeling of humility as he's remembering his own verses. But in this one in particular, he's making a kind of confession. Etatrishi tavatrivam bhagavan mamahi. Although you are so kind, O Lord, Durdaivam Krishna, Antajani na anuraja. I am not feeling this attachment for you, for the holy name. I'm not feeling such attachment despite the fact that you are so kind, that you have appeared in your holy name, making you adorable in this way. So it's interesting to think that in the end of the Chaitanya Charitamrita, the expression of Lord Chaitanya as Radharani in preparation for his departure is this teaching. He's teaching us the root of dainya and vishada, the feeling of lamentation and humility, by which then actually you're opening yourself so that you can receive the Holy Name, which is the whole purpose of Lord Chaitanya's appearance. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki
Jai.
Mahaprabhu ki
Jai.
Shri Gauri Dai ki
Jai.
Shri Shri Ramachandra
Jai.
Shri Radha Madhava Swami
Jai.
Shri Prahlada Bhakti Smriti
Jai.
Jaya Dham Mayapur Simantari Go Druma Bhavan Go Janata Go Druma Bhavan
Hari Hari Bol. Hare Krishna.
Srila Prabhupada.
Jai.